Hey there, this is Michael with the general reading for Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of September 2020. I do hope that this video finds you well and in good spirits, and I apologize that these are coming out a bit late this month. I have definitely been feeling this Mars retrograde energy that we are just about to turn into. We are still in the pre-shadow phase, and for those of you who aren't aware, Mars is our sense of passion, our drive, and it also pertains to our aggression and even our sexuality as well. And when Mars goes retrograde, this energy is being slowed down, and this isn't necessarily comfortable, particularly for Mars in Aries, where it wants things to move quickly. It wants to have things happen immediately, take the direct route. And when there's all of this agitation and tension that builds from not being able to move forward at a fast enough pace, well, it can be very challenging and even erupt into conflict or fester as tension. So, things to kind of be mindful of this month. We might not be able to rush through things, especially being in Virgo season. And I don't think that's necessarily a problem for you, Taurus. You're not usually the sign to want to make things happen super quickly anyway. You're probably one of the most patient signs, even if you are stubborn. And with all of this energy in Virgo, it's actually a time for you to really enjoy yourself, with your 5th house being activated. And we do have the sun here that's coming out first. Some blessings, some new life, vitality. New beginnings, new energy. I am also going to say, those of you who are trying to conceive, or even just want children in the future, this Virgo new moon on September 17th might be a good time to set that intention, because our 5th house, which for you is Virgo, pertains to children. Also our sense of fun and pleasure. And there seems to be a lot of blessings for you in the first half of this month, which is interesting. Show me clearly. And as I keep shuffling here, I do want to thank all of you who have supported this channel with your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. It's because of all of you I'm able to continue doing this work and putting out these messages. I do also have links for personal readings and Reiki sessions for those of you who want some more assistance in their own life. Interesting. So with the Sun card, we do have the 5 of Swords and the Emperor coming out together. This 5 of Swords is in the reverse. And we also have the 3 of Swords and the Page of Cups. The 3 of Swords is in the reverse. These are coming out together in your mind and your communication. It almost feels like someone is offering a truce. This could be you, or this could be a person you're dealing with. Specifically, it could be Leo, Aries, or water sign, so Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. I'm kind of getting a reconciliation or an apology vibe from this. And whatever the case is, you're feeling pretty good. You know, this Pisces full moon, it can bring the past to the surface, but it's actually for the sake of forgiveness and resolve. If someone has hurt you in the past, or maybe you might have accidentally broke someone else's heart, you could be reaching out to them. And this conversation brings a lot of healing, and there's just a lot of beautiful blessings that are also coming in. I'm going to pull an animal card just to kind of clarify all of this so far, and then we'll take a look at the second half of the month too. Oops. Oyster and turtle. Someone is hiding in their shell, or has been. Maybe two of you, actually. Maybe this is you and somebody else. You haven't quite known how to address this situation. You've both been kind of hiding from it, hiding from each other, but I get the sense they actually, both sides kind of want to come back together. And depending on your situation, you might be the one doing this. I do want to clarify this sun energy. Why is the sun here? What is this blessing, this new beginning, new life? Show me clearly. The Four of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. Someone has been holding back, holding on. And if you feel like there's some money or something that you've been waiting on, or something like that, that could be material that you've also been waiting for, I could see that finally coming in. And you might see this sun and feel like you need to really protect this and guard this blessing, this stability, this new opportunity. You're holding it very close. You're really cherishing it here. And when we look at the Four of Pentacles, it's interesting. This guy is almost, we could almost say he's traumatized, or being overly protective of this. Because when we look in the background, we see the city, but it's pretty peaceful. You have a lot of stability, or you're coming into stability, and when you get it, you might be holding on to it for dear life. You might not need to do that. And again, this could also be someone finally giving you something you've been waiting for, or receiving something you've been waiting for. And maybe you do need to ask for this again. Kind of just put out a reminder, you know, open up, peek out of your shell for a minute here. Let's see what else we have. Let's look at the second half of the month. What are the messages for Taurus for the second half of the month? Show us clearly. Interesting. As we're kind of moving into the second half of the month, Taurus, you might be trying to figure out how to invest. I know that sounds strange, or what you should be focusing your energy in on. We have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse and the King of Pentacles in the reverse. and the Two of Pentacles between them. I don't know exactly what this is for you, Taurus, and it's going to be different really for all of you, but it feels like you're stuck between two options that you're not so sure about. Or two people, two paths. Let's clarify this a little more. I know with the Page of Pentacles, we're looking a lot at your 9th house. Because Capricorn has a lot of planets moving direct in it. It has Jupiter going direct on the 13th, and then Saturn going direct on the 29th. And it may feel like you have this blessing or new opportunity, and then suddenly you're not so sure what to do with it again. And you might be thinking about going back to school or studying something here. You might be realizing lessons that you're still learning. And I think it's just this feeling of transition that's actually making you feel unstable. Not so much your lack of stability itself. I don't even know if you're as unstable as you think you are. We were kind of talking about this with the Four of Pentacles and the Sun. It's like holding on, being hyper vigilant. That might continue into the next couple weeks, the last 2 weeks of September. Let's clarify this. What I'm actually not sure about is this King of Pentacles in the reverse. Why is the King of Pentacles in reverse here? Queen of Pentacles. I almost feel like this is really specific. You're looking at like where you want to be and comparing that to where you are right now. And it feels like an uphill battle trying to get there, if not impossible. You're looking at the long term here, trying to figure out how to go forward in your life, or in this relationship, or in your career, whatever it is for you. This could be involving another earth sign. So that could be a Virgo, another Taurus, or Capricorn. And the Three of Wands in reverse kind of clarifying all of this. Something is either taking longer to come in for you than you initially planned, or this future just feels farther away. I was just talking about this. And it feels like you thought you were making progress, and then at the end of the month, you think you might not actually be making as much progress as you thought you were. I want to say this is really just in your head a little bit. Obviously, it's going to be different for all of you, but just with Mars going direct, it can make us impatient, with Mars going retrograde, it can make us a little impatient, or make us worry when things don't happen quickly enough. Butterfly. Yeah, this feels like there is still this transformation. It's just there's this transformation process you're still going through. Something is still coming to shape, coming to form. But it's still happening. You're still finding yourself this stability. And With this Virgo new moon towards the end of the month, it's also about creating routines and structure and new behaviors that are going to lead to long-term success. It's almost like a New Year's resolution, is a good way to think about it. Because with new moons, we have a tremendous ability to manifest, to create something for ourselves, bring in new energy. And for you, it can bring in a lot of joy, actually. And what are the little things you're doing each day to find that joy? That's going to help you transform. Because through this transformation process, it's important to recognize that it takes time and to take care of yourself. Ironically, this book for the card actually does recommend having a ritual at the same time each day. And it doesn't have to be anything fancy. You know, a ritual could be something as simple as making yourself a cup of tea before going to bed, or taking a bath. Just anything that you are setting with an intention, or setting an intention with. Something is taking shape, something is transforming. It's just taking some time. And someone's heart may still be healing. And I don't even know if this is you, Taurus. I feel like there's one more card here that wants to come out. Another animal card, okay. That's too many. Let's try again. What is the last bit of animal wisdom? Interesting. So we have dragon and tarantula. This is really about lighting up your inner fire with the dragon here. Seeing beauty in the world. Coming into yourself. Some of you really need to be working with your solar plexus chakra. I keep hearing digestion issues with that, actually. That's interesting. Some of you might be having a hard time with your digestion. It could actually be related to your solar plexus chakra. Or a hard time digesting something emotionally. And with tarantula, again, there's this molting that you're going through. And it's about moving slowly and really being receptive to your environment, because tarantula is highly evolved to feel out its environment, quite literally, with these little hairs all over its body. And it's an ambush predator, so it's not spider that's waiting for something to come to it. It's moving towards something slowly, kind of creeping up on it. And that's almost the energy that you need to be taking. And you might be feeling really stuck, or that it's not going to pan out. I feel like something is panning out. Something is just taking more time than you're expecting. And you might interpret that as just, it's not going to happen. But don't lose faith. There's just a lot of things that are going through a transitional process right now. And I feel like writing is also really important for you too, with this tarantula card. Maybe that's part of your ritual. That could be writing affirmations for yourself each day. Excuse me. Or writing gratitudes. Personally, just as a little tip, I like to start off the day with an expression journal where I let out all of the energy that's bothering me, or just kind of allow myself to vent, and then I refocus with positive focus journal, which is a gratitude journal essentially, and just paying attention to all the things that feel good. And it doesn't have to be big things. You might feel like you don't have a lot to be grateful for. Really, really can be simple stuff, like I had a nice cup of tea this morning, I had a nice breakfast, I feel really comfortable in this chair, I love that the sun is out today. finding beauty in the simple things, it's not really about what exactly. It's about rewiring your brain, because once you start doing these gratitude processes, you start seeing that your mind is going to look for more and more things that help it feel good. And it's a good way to kind of vent, because I do think we need to disperse that energy, let it be, give it a voice, even just scribble it out as quickly as possible, and then focus positively. And then at the end of the day, kind of as you're about to fall asleep, gratitudes can be good, and also mixing that in with manifestations and writing them like you already have them. The reason I recommend this is because when you are asleep, you're in your most receptive state, and you can bring things to you much easier, especially if they're in your mind as you're kind of drifting off. So this might be some sort of writing ritual that you're doing, and this is all just a suggestion. You don't have to do it or anything, but I like to give something in these readings to help people kind of bring them into their daily lives, you know. I think it's fun, honestly. And those are all the messages I have for you, Taurus. I do hope that this reading was helpful for you. Be sure to hit like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below, what are the things you're grateful for? Maybe start doing these writing exercises now. Or what are the things you're manifesting and giving time to transform, to evolve? And I do have all of my links down below for those of you who are looking for personal readings or Reiki sessions. And if you'd like to check out some of the other videos for your moon, rising, or Venus signs, there may be a message for you. You can look at the playlist on my YouTube channel. And I do also have a natal chart calculator in the description box down below. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, that should be able to help you figure out what your other signs are. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care, Taurus.